Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to Kick a Rocks podcast, 2 drink minimum. This episode, we're talking about holiday traditions and what that means to us in the year 2020. So sit back, relax, have some eggnog with us, and enjoy. And with the sound of that tab opening up, you know what that means. It's 2 drink minimum. What's going on, everybody? I'm Bill.
I'm Laura.
Sergio.
Tony Marino.
James.
And the gang is all here. Cheers, guys. It's been a minute. Woo. Yeah.
I missed you.
All right, gang. Well, I'm doing a tasty cold beer tonight. Keeping it simple as usual.
I have my kidney tonic.
Okay.
Because I am predictable.
Yeah. Your kidneys have to be super healthy by now.
They fucking better be.
This tonic tastes like shit, so my kidneys better be awesome right now. Oh my gosh. Hilarious. Serge, what do you got?
Jameson and ginger. Keep it simple.
A man after my own heart. Nice.
And I'm just drinking the waters.
There you go. All right.
I've got a cup of coffee that's half decaf and half normal because we ran out of normal. So I had to mix it with decaf.
Wait a second. You actually keep decaf in the house to begin with?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's kind of like in college when I used to drink with my buddies and we would put Old Style in the back of the fridge so that at the end of the night you would go, oh, that's all that's left. Why not?
Hey, I like Old Style. All right. Good. Well, we're all. It is 2 drink minimum, so we have to have some kind of drink, right? What are we doing otherwise? Why are we even podcasting? I thought that was the whole point.
You're just looking for an excuse to have a cocktail, and I like it.
Let me tell you something. I don't need an excuse. All right. All right. So let's get things rolling on that happy note. Today we're talking about holiday traditions and what that means to each of us in the year that was 2020. It was a weird one, to say the least, but we're going to figure out what holiday traditions we are still going to participate in this year, which ones we might miss because we unfortunately are not able to do them this year. So we're going to talk about all sorts of things. Think about your own holiday traditions as you listen in. Who wants to start things off? Sergio?
I'd be glad to. Right off the bat, as all of you guys know, every year, one thing I love about the holidays is being able to host what I have been calling Christmas shenanigans at my house. I think this would have been shenanigans number 7.
It's one of the best parties of the year, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I wanted you to go first.
But unfortunately, because of the pandemic and the fact that just everybody crowding into a very small 1-bedroom apartment is not a good idea, I kind of just nixed it and didn't do anything this year. But Ruel and I still put up all of the lights. And this weekend, we still walked over to Macy's and checked out all of the windows. So if you happen to be downtown and you still love checking out the windows, it's still there. They're just as beautiful as ever. The beauty about going into Macy's this time of year is up on the 7th floor in the walnut room. Because there's no dining, you can walk straight up to the tree in there, and it's pretty damn epic. So you get the room pretty much to yourself, because I don't think anyone's really going to the Macy's downtown. And you can even go to the big tree in Millennium Park and just enjoy walking around there too. So granted, I wasn't able to have the festivities with all of you and all of my extended friends and family and all of that. But definitely, guys, if you want to get out of the house and walk around, you can still see the windows. You can still see the trees. The only thing you will not see is Christkindl Market, which they did not do this year. So,
dude, just thinking about the amount of people that were in your place last year and then add COVID into the mix, it's just like frightening to think about that.
Yeah, it would have been a super duper merry spreader.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, so that's my tradition that it didn't happen, but you know what? It's going to make next year's Christmas shenanigans that much better.
The
you know?
return.
So
Yeah, I'm
Gonna look
super
forward to it
super
next year.
bummed that one had to get canceled too, man. Honestly, it's really something that I think we all look forward to every year.
Yeah, 100%.
Now I just have this giant meat and cheese tray to eat by myself
Nope.
in my house.
Nope. Coming over, buddy. I'll be right there. I'm outside. Open your door. Surprise. Don't worry, I have a mask on. Just open your door.
How are you going to eat all this capicola with that
you
mask?
I will drive over to your house tonight. Don't you tempt me with your delicious meats. There's one thing I love. It's Tony's. All right, who's up next? We all miss shenanigans, though, Sergio, and we thank you for hosting it consistently. But we're looking forward to next year, buddy.
For sure.
Awesome.
It's just it's a different year this year, man. We all got to figure things out a different way. I'd say our tradition every Christmas for my family, Christmas Eve's always been the big night where like the whole family comes over, and it used to be a lot more people, and as years passed, it was got to be a little fewer and a little fewer here and there. But we've for the past 5 years, instead of doing a giant Christmas spread, we've just been ordering like $150 or $200 worth of Chinese food and not worrying about cooking or cleaning or any of that stuff. So like that's something that I've always looked forward to, and it's like really weird. Like my dad called me the other day and he's like, so what am I supposed to do about Christmas Eve? Like, or do I have to get gifts for people still? And I'm like, dude, don't worry about anything. We'll reset, we'll reevaluate, and we'll do it next year. You know what I mean? So that's definitely a tradition that like I'm going to miss this year, because it's always something that we look forward to. Everybody calls each other up and it's like, all right, what are you ordering? What are we ordering? We put the order in and we just have this like, cool, fun little, Christmas Eve with Chinese food. And it's definitely going to be a bummer not seeing everybody, all my cousins and aunts and uncles being over there. But it's just, it's crazy to think about getting all those people together in one room. And like, it still shocks me that some people are weighing out that risk,
Yeah, right. But that's happening in a lot of places for sure.
And I know everyone can make their own decisions, but it drives me a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah, especially as somebody who has had it.
yeah, I had it. Oh, update my sister and her husband currently have it.
What?
So the Merino bells have been infected. So yeah, they are doing well. And just hoping that things keep going that way. So they're doing good.
Well, I'm glad they're doing good. And also, really quick, while we're on the subject of Miss Gina Bell, congratulations to her and her new book that is now out.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, man. Super excited.
I have my
for
copy.
Oh, nice.
Gotta show it to my Luna. So
That's awesome, dude. I'm sure she'll dig it. I'm super proud of her. Went to her little release thing she had at this boutique and this book signing that was it was really nice. I was super proud of her. So yeah, super pumped. It seems like it's being well received. Everyone's digging it. So yeah, it's a big deal. Thanks for bringing that up. If anyone's interested, shameless plug, Tears and Tool, Gina Bell's first book, and it's awesome.
First of many, hopefully. Yeah. But congratulations on that successful launch. And that's truly awesome to see, because I know how long she's been working on it and everything, and you see all the updates and stuff on one of the few things social media is good for, right? You can see those kind of things. And that was really, really cool. So awesome. The Marinos are talented
great.
folk, apparently.
There's a few of them. There's a few of them.
Must have skipped Tony. Anyway, so I'll go next. I'll subject myself to it. So I am 2020. I'm obviously sad that we are especially with a newborn, a young one. We're not going to go anywhere indoors, enclosed, unfortunately, with a large group of people. So we're not going to see as much family as we would like to over the holidays. And that's a bummer for sure. But we are going to FaceTime. We're planning to FaceTime or Zoom or something with everybody. So that should be, at least kind of fun. I'm sure there's, we can spread cheer in other ways doing that. So that's good. I am going to miss the grab bag. We always have a grab bag every year, and that's kind of fun because we do things like You pick a number and you can steal up to twice. I think a lot of families do some iteration of it, right? However it works. But I always like that. It's kind of a fun tradition that we always do. And this year it's going to be a little hard. You can't really do a grab bag virtually. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do it.
The Folliard side of my family used to until there turned out to be 700.
Yeah, that's a big clan right there. Yeah. But yes, you know what I'm talking about. I love those types of things. It's fun. You know, the adults, we all started doing it when there started to be too many people in our family too, then, right? You can't get everyone a gift. So that way everyone just gets one gift that goes into the grab bag, and then, you know, you get what you get. And they can be joke gifts. They can be real gifts, whatever you want to do. But it's all in good fun.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bill, quick question. Do you guys have another tradition of a game you guys play with a winning belt?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Christmas?
That's it. We try to do that at any holiday, but yeah, usually Christmas as well.
Okay.
So it's the
Gotcha.
dice game. It's just known as the dice game. And there is a championship belt that gets passed around. Well, it used to get passed around. It just gets written on now. So the belt, my cousin Charlie has it, actually. He has the belt, and he had it made. And on the back of that belt is you put the date on there and you sign it if you won the game on that day. So it's filling up. We might have to get another trophy eventually. So
I feel like you guys might be able to play that dice game virtually.
It's quite possible. I think we could. Either with a virtual roller or everyone's on their honor system, right? So everyone gets their own set of dice. I think we could do it, though. It's possible, so we'll see.
And I have another question for you as far as traditions, because this is Luna's getting a little more aware of her surroundings and what's going on. And as parents, how is this affecting you guys as far as, like, you know, your kids being able to see Santa Claus or pictures with Santa Claus for the first time? Or is that something that's affecting you guys that you guys have talked about?
Yeah, it's a good question. So that's a little difficult. Luna is still young enough to not necessarily know about Santa Claus, right?
Okay, gotcha.
You know, so I'm sure if she saw Santa, she'd be excited. Probably start laughing or something. I don't know, but I don't think she'd be scared. She's pretty fearless, that one. So I don't know if she'd be scared of Santa. A lot of kids can be, for sure. But I don't know. But yeah, she doesn't know who he is yet. We did get pictures with him last year with her. We're not going to be able to do that with Quinn this year, unless I get a Santa suit and dress up or something. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But yeah, he's still a little bit too young for that kind of thing. So it's been a little weird, but we have, going back to traditions, I think what we have done, we've called some audibles, and we're starting, this isn't a tradition, but we did it the other day, and I think we're going to make it a tradition. Meg and I talked about it. We went to the Zoo Lights at Brookfield Zoo. For those who don't know, the zoo itself, it's all outdoors, right? We still wore a mask, but it's all outdoors. They have all the trees are lit up. And you can walk through. There's tunnels that you walk through, and everything's lit up and looking all, Christmassy and holiday-like. So it's pretty cool. It's certainly a good sight to see, and Luna seemed to definitely enjoy it. They still had the dinosaurs there, so some of the dinosaurs had lights on them too, and like Santa hats.
Yeah, actually, my girlfriend Laura just got back from the lights like just 2 hours ago at the zoo with like my mom, my dad, and my nieces and stuff like that. Showed me a bunch of pictures. They had like a bunch of trees that were, I had to work unfortunately, but there were a bunch of trees that were like donated by a bunch of people. And like one of they took a picture of one of them. It said donated by Hans Gruber and John McClane from the Nakatomi Plaza.
That's fucking hilarious.
I did not see that when we were there, but now I wish I had. Dang it. There's a lot of them though. There's tons of Christmas trees everywhere, and you're right. They're donated from all sorts. It's like any group or person can donate one, which is really cool.
All right, guys, put it in the budget for next year. Kicker Rock is donating a
That'd be
tree.
great. We probably could. You know,
Can we put a little graphic on it? That little meat guy.
Yeah,
K-Rock, of course.
Just get some custom ornaments made. You're good to go.
So I think we're going to make that into a tradition. We really did enjoy that. They had spiced wine there too, so that was also a plus. So it wasn't quite on the level as the Kringle market, right? But it was good. It was still good to have that in the cold weather there. So And like I said, the kids seem to enjoy it. So I think that's something we're going to do. And it's weird because we're speaking of traditions, and I think, there's your family's traditions, and then there's things that I think you start doing with your core group of friends and family, right? Like shenanigans has become like a tradition among our friends, and it's become like our own kind of thing. So you hit a point in life where you create your own traditions as well, which I think is something pretty interesting. And I think, we're going to start doing that too. So yeah, I don't know, but that's what I'm looking forward to, starting a new tradition and hopefully getting back to some other old ones next year that we can't do this year.
Nice.
All right. Is it JT or Laura?
I'll go. I can piggyback off of what Bill just said, because I'm pretty Grinchy. Like, I'm not a Christmas person. So I think every year you guys have done shenanigans. I don't join you for the tree, but I always come for the party, like much, much later. I don't know if anyone's noticed.
Yeah, it's the alcohol that gets you there.
It used to be, yeah. And the friendship, because I think that's my biggest thing that's happened in my life in the past, like 6-ish, 7-ish, 8-ish years here, was I found my people, and my people understand me, but also are willing to force me to do things for my own good. And you guys are definitely part of that, forcing me to come out and socialize and leave my house.
It's also because you brought chocolate hummus last year, which is why we want to keep coming back.
Listen, I was just on a chocolate hummus mission. It was new in my life, and I needed the world to know. And I needed, so that was my go-to thing. Like, I had been to a girls' night at my friend Lindsay's house like a month before, maybe, or a couple weeks before, because her husband was out of town for the holiday. And we were like, let's get together, let's have a movie night. And I brought chocolate hummus there too. And so that was my go-to thing, where I was like, everyone's eating this year. And it's so great. I have some in my fridge right now.
Yeah, that's a tradition that I'm going to have to keep up. I'm going to have to go get chocolate hummus because shenanigans got canceled and you didn't bring me any.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm going to eat it at home. I'm even going to get those red raspberries that you brought last year, because that together was pretty great.
I'm glad you like that, because my go-to for that is like a sour apple.
Okay, yeah, I can see the...
I eat it with a Honey Crisp.
Oh, all right.
And then I think I brought raspberries because I was trying desperately to find strawberries, but like the introvert that I am, I was like, I'll just pick some up on the way, and that way I only have to leave my house once. And I went to pick up strawberries, and there were no strawberries in the whole Trader Joe's. And I was like, damn it. What else can I do? Well, let's try some raspberries. No one will know the difference, I guess.
Oh, they're delicious. You know what I think would be good with that is like banana chips or something,
Yeah.
A little crunch, and then do the chocolate covered banana.
Yeah, pretzels too, I think would be good in there.
Oh yeah, I put pretzels in it last year for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm changing my answer. I'm changing it's food now. Just food. Food is my answer. Because we're talking about I'm missing the spiced wine. I'm missing the damn meats and cheese platters. I'm missing the chocolate hummus and food. Change my answer. All food.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, food is my answer 10 times out of 10, and that's my biggest motivator.
Just talk about it. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so I've got you guys, and you guys drag me out for a party at least. And then I also have a holiday band.
Awesome.
Which I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I have a holiday band. We are called Murder Closet. Why are you?
Wait, you guys go caroling, don't you?
Yes, we go a wassailing.
I remember this. Yeah, you guys wassel the hell out of things.
We wassel the hell out of the city, and we've done this. I think the first time we did it, I believe, was 2014, and then there have been, I think, the past 2 years we weren't able to go because my friend Matt, who was kind of the one who originally organized all of this is in a band, and they very famously do a tour right around the holidays that takes them away from pretty much Thanksgiving to New Year's. So the past 2 years we've been unable to go. So this will be the third year that we are not getting together.
Oh, no.
Or maybe the second year. I can't remember. There was one time where Matt flew back for like a day or two because he missed his wife and he missed Chicago and he missed, being home and not on the road. And so maybe it's the second year. So it doesn't feel as dramatically heartbreaking that we're not getting together this year, but that is my favorite thing. Those are some of my other favorite people in town. The wassailing is fun. We crash holiday parties. There's some new ones that we hit every year, and then there's some that we hit every year, and they expect us, and it's a good time. And we basically just show up and provide 30 minutes worth of beautiful 4-part harmony Christmas carols, and nice. With some sweet little instruments like kazoos and things. And then we just eat your food and drink your booze, because that's the definition of a wassail. Which is we sang for you. Now what do you have for us? Thanks.
Nice.
So yeah, that's our thing. And but that's fun. But the most fun is the rehearsal day where we get together like the day or two before. And we, as like a fivesome, don't see each other usually except for that day. So it's just great. Oh. It's great. Oh. We love each other so much, but we have such completely different lives. So getting together on that night, like, I laugh hard, really hard. And yeah, I'm like a chuckler. I'm not a belly laugher. You guys probably think I'm a belly laugher because I hang out with you and you guys are hilarious and you make me happy and you put me in a good mood. But usually I'm the kind of person that's like, if I've said I LOL on something, it's very rare, but it means I actually laughed out loud, which is very hard to make me do. But with these people, I've laughed so hard that I have like come dangerously close to peeing my pants. And I just
need those people around you.
Yeah. And I just love them. Yeah, you need people like that. And you need a holiday band, and you need to name it something ridiculous like Murder Closet. And you need to show up at people's houses unexpected and tell them we're here to murder you. And we do.
With wassels. With wassailing.
Yeah.
With some singing.
Yeah.
Some caroling.
If there's ever a way to get Murder Closet to a Christmas shenanigans party, we have to do that.
That would be so great.
We would love it, and you would love everybody, and everyone would get along so well. I actually, like, as soon as we came up with that name, which is a hilarious story in itself, but I instantly had to get the Instagram handle Murder Closet, which I do have, because my friend Matt and I, and not just me, I think he just does this with everybody, but he's a web guy, and he's a graphic design guy, and he's the guy I do the captions for. Okay. And nice. Yeah, I think maybe you guys have you met him? Sergio's met him. Sergio and JT, you've met him at my not going away party.
Gotcha.
Okay.
What was I saying? Oh, so he does this thing which is hilarious, and I don't know if he advertises it, but sometimes he does, and it's funny, where anytime there's any kind of conversation, if a weird name or a weird phrase comes up, he immediately is on his phone and he buys the domain, like right there.
Oh, wow.
So he owns so many websites, and most of them are the context of like, that's a good band name. And so that's what we joke about anytime we're all hanging out together in a group, because we used to get together with him and his friends and all of these people kind of multiple times throughout the year. And as we've gotten older and people have had kids and people have moved away and people, it's kind of gotten less and less as you do. But that was always the running gag, was like, oh, that's a good band name. And then he was on his phone buying the domain. So as soon as Murder Closet came about, we snatched it up. So if anybody wants that, number one, too bad, but number two, maybe for the right price. Oh, maybe.
Laura's wheeling and dealing.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. For a few shekels, you can own.
Yeah. And then other than that, I do I do my favorite thing for like, I think the 4th year in a row, where I just go to Northbrook and I pretend like I'm a housewife and I stay in this gorgeous house with these giant, giant dogs from Christmas to New Year's. And I just do what I love best, which is not talk to people and wear pajamas and hang out with dogs. And that's my ideal way to celebrate literally anything.
Yeah, it sounds like
pajamas and dogs.
It's the best time.
Pajamas and dogs is the way to celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the past, my only way to view Netflix was at other people's homes.
I can dig it.
So I was always really excited to go because I was like, oh, I'm going to watch so much stuff and I'm going to wear sweatpants or no pants, which are no pants are my favorite pants, and hang out with dogs and not talk to humans. It's great. Those are my traditions. I murder people. I hang out with you guys. I bring the dessert. I talk to dogs. Done.
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
Awesome.
Next.
JT, what's your tradition, man? Finish it off.
Oh, I don't even know this year because it's such a year of transition for me. Like, because this is the very first year that, like, if I go see my parents, it won't be at the house in Oak Lawn for the first time since 1984.
Wow.
When I was 2. So it's like, yeah, like we just moved out of the old house, and I'm living with my girlfriend now. In the west suburbs, it's like the entire immediate Malloy family has like vacated to the west suburbs. You know, my sister, both my sisters live in Woodridge and Darien, respectively. My brother in Downers Grove, and now me and Lyle, and my parents in Woodridge also, or Darien technically. So it's like we're kind of figuring out as we go now, and especially since the new generation's coming up. Both my sisters are pregnant, I think like 5 or 6 months each, and my brother had just had his 3rd kid a year ago. So yeah, lots and lots of little ones now, and so we're all kind of winging it from now on, just like just trying to figure out new things. So. And it's a weird year to transition to because of COVID and stuff, but yeah, so it's going to be a strange one, but I don't know. So I guess my traditions are all kind of shot, which is cool though, because, new stuff. Laura and I got a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and we watched Lion in Winter with Peter O'Toole from like 1968 or whatever, which is based off a play. It's around Christmas time. It's got Katharine Hepburn in it. It's about like a king and a queen sniping at each other in family drama, 12th century England. So that was my kickoff to the Christmas season. I still have to watch Die Hard and Gremlins.
There you go.
That's kind of the only non-social, non-family tradition I've got left is watching those two. Those are my 2 favorites to watch. So
classic.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So,
well, I know that it sounds like a lot changed for you this year, JT, but the cool thing is you've got like a clean plate to work with here, and you can just create any new tradition you want.
It's awesome.
So there's something kind of cool about that in a way,
Yeah, totally.
And I have to say, I really like the fact that you watched what was the name of that movie? You said it was from 1968. Katharine Hepburn.
Lion in Winter.
I haven't seen it, but one thing that I've been doing lately with Rula, because we took a class this fall, if you will, of just film noir class. So it was basically all movies from the 50s and 60s, and it was really freaking cool. So like every time, like now I'm like all about just watching old movies, and we just got done watching Tokyo Story, which was a foreign film by it was from 1953, and it wasn't holiday, but it was just a really cool Japanese film. So I'm digging like all this old stuff. So now I think I'm going to check out this movie you just mentioned.
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Laura recommended it. She gets me into like older movies, and like
not me, Laura, for listeners.
No.
Another person.
Yeah, Laura D.
Shit recommendations. Don't listen to my recommendations.
Calling her Laura D, like Mike D from the Beastie Boys. But
there you go.
But she gets me into a lot of older stuff, and I showed her Snatch the other night, so that's what I got.
That's what you contribute.
it still falls under the line of British people sniping at each other. So
that's what I bring to the table.
Do we have time really quick to just hit everyone's favorite holiday movie?
We do, but I'm gonna preface that with there's not just one movie for me. It's like
me neither.
I'll just hear. Okay, yes is the answer, and can I just dive in, or do you want to go first, Laura?
No, go for it.
So I'll just list off what we've already watched because I've like as soon as Thanksgiving ended, I transitioned straight into Christmas movie. So we've already watched It's a Wonderful Life, the new 4K version in black and white, and we have on our agenda for tomorrow the color version because that's on the same disc that they offered. But then we also watched Scrooged. We also watched Trading Places. We also watched Christmas Vacation. And then after that, I ended up watching the other 3 vacations just because I was bored and figured I'd do that anyways. And then what was the other Christmas one? Is that it? That might be it. That might be it so far. But what's on my list is, like JT said, Gremlins and Die Hard. And for me, also Christmas Story. And I think that's the major ones. Oh, Home Alone 2, things like that.
No Christmas Story for me, though. #TooReal.
Forgot that one hits too close to home for JT.
Yeah. Back when he had a leg lamp in his living room, back horrible memories. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd say for me, Sergio's list is pretty spot on. I just had to hook up my dad's Blu-ray player so he could watch the black and white and the color version of It's a Wonderful Life. So that's on my. You have to. That's on my to-do list. Me and Jess always watch Elf each year. We've got Home Alone 1 and 2 on the DVR already, and then I'll hit up. Christmas Story is going to be on repeat all day, so I'm sure I'll catch it at some point. So. Yeah, and then, the all-time best, definitely Die Hard.
And Tony, you just remind me of the one that I was like, I know there was one more. It was Elf. We just watched that on Saturday.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm afraid of? As an aside, is like, every time stuff like blows up and like everybody has the same opinion, then the contrarian starts and then it goes in the opposite direction, like a pendulum effect of like social conscience when it comes to opinions on entertainment. I hope that never happens to Die Hard because it's too good. It's too good to to have everybody say like, oh, everybody always says Die Hard. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that never falls out of favor. I want it to just stay there.
I don't know, man. I think it's overrated, I can't keep a straight face even though you can't see my face. I hope so too, though. That's a good hope, JT. I hope it doesn't swing around on Die Hard. That would just be weird. Suddenly everyone hates Die Hard.
It would be terrible.
It would be. It'd be an awful world to live in. I think White Christmas should be on that list. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Too.
I agree with
Holiday Inn.
Everything
Holiday Inn also. That's kind of the prequel to that in a way. Like, except for the blackface scene, you should probably rent the version that doesn't have that in it.
Oh, I'm sure that thing's been recut to death. White Christmas is Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby and the sisters, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I can literally hear my mom and my aunt singing that sisters song.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So that's another one that maybe not every year, but every other year for sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have. There's gonna be some people like really hating me right now. There's 2 movies that I hate and don't watch in the Christmas, and one is Miracle on 34th Street, and the other one is White Christmas. I can't stand that movie for some reason.
I can take it or leave it on Miracle, but man, why you got to be a commie with the other
one? It is what it is, guys.
What's the matter with you, Sergio?
JT, what did you think of the movie Joker? All I gotta say is everyone's got their own opinion.
I know. Some are wrong, but that's okay.
Exactly.
What's the matter, Sergio? Don't you like snow?
What's the matter, Paulie?
Oh,
what else is on your list, Bill? You said White Christmas and what?
I think that's it. I like how the Grinch stole Christmas. We kind of watch that one every year. The animated one, though, and now that means something different too. The original animated one, they came out with like a more of a digitalized animated one, which is fine. And then there's that live action Jim Carrey one where he actually method acted and became the Grinch. And crazy. So yeah. But
he apologized for it years later. In the documentary. It's
fine. So so there's that one. I do like that one. Christmas Vacation was already mentioned. That one's a must. Love that. The other one that I think Meg and I tried to do. We have the DVD of it. Scrooged was already mentioned. That one's a must. Richard Donner directed Scrooge, by the way.
Yes.
Love Actually is one that's on the list. I think that one's pretty funny.
Did Richard Donner really direct it, or are you bringing back the meme?
No, he did because we just watched Scrooge last night.
And Scrooge, he did. He absolutely did. Yeah. I laugh every time I watch it now because it says very clearly like a Richard Donner film at one point, and it just never clicked with me for whatever reason. I don't know. And Megan even said, it was so funny that we're watching it the other night, and she even said, she's like, man, I just get like big Tim Burton vibes when I watch this movie. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
When did Scrooge come out?
87.
Late 80s, yeah, for sure.
Right,
I don't know what year.
So Tim Burton was still, the Pee-wee's Big Adventure guy. Like he wasn't even Beetlejuice yet.
Not really. No, yeah, he was almost Batman and Beetlejuice. Tim Burton, almost there. But yeah, no, not yet. But I mean, we're talking like looking back at it now, like it just feels like knowing what Burton has done since then. It kind of feels like that a little bit. And Danny Elfman does the music in it, so it just has that feel to it. And whatever, we're going back to me getting this wrong like 20 podcasts ago, and I'm not going to do it. Damn it, I'm not falling into the trap. But yeah, Scrooge is another one, and then like I said, Love Actually. I like that one. That one makes me laugh. I don't know if it takes place during Christmas one. I guess it's kind of a Christmas movie. I guess you can consider it.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
I love Bill Nighy. I guess I just love Bill Nighy in it.
It's
hilarious.
Super chick flick.
It is a chick flick for sure. But Bill Nighy as that rock star, the aging rock star, I think steals the show in the few scenes he's in. I love that.
Right.
But speaking of chick flicks, you guys reminded me that I also just watched The Holiday, and that's another one that is a Christmas one that we just watched.
I never watched that.
Watch it. I think that's probably Jack Black's best performance because he's not over the top in it. It's just enough of funny Jack Black to where it's not annoying.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's my guilty pleasure movie.
That's why your voice got really high when you tried to sell it to us. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. Yeah.
That was my Chevy Chase from fucking Christmas Vacation where he's drinking the eggnog. It's good. It's good.
Oh yeah,
it's good. Laura, what's yours?
Christmas Story I grew up watching because my dad put it on a loop from like Christmas Eve to through Christmas Day, so it was always on. So I have a affection for that one. Elf I love. And Love Actually is okay, but I had it on DVD for a little while and I think overwatched it, so I haven't chosen to watch it in a really long time, but I do like that. Home Alone is just great. Holiday, like I said, it's so bad, it's good. Like some of the performances are just horribly cringy, but then the storyline with Jack Black and Kate Winslet is so genuine and beautiful and done so well, and it's so endearing and it makes me emotional. The stuff with the old man, like whatever. And then White Christmas, like I love that, but I never saw it until maybe 5 years ago, and it was the first time my parents came up this way and spent Christmas here in Chicago because I don't really get home that much. And we were looking for things to do because I had a tiny studio, and I was like, oh my God, if we all stay in here for 5 days, we're going to kill each other. So we found like, oh, hey, there's a Christmas thing happening at Music Box. And then I got to tie it in with being like, oh, this is the theater where we do our 48 screening and, welcome family. Like this is kind of our, a little insight into my life up here. And it was fun. They had the guy that played the organ, and it was one of those sing-along events where everybody was singing along at the top of their lungs, and I'd never seen it before. And I think the experience was just very heartwarming and emotional. I don't know if my parents had seen it before. I think it might have been the first time we'd all seen it. And I am a musical theater nerd to my core. So the production value and the 15-minute long dance numbers in there are just everything to my heart and soul. And so I've watched it every year since then, because it made me, that whole experience made me feel really warm and fuzzy. And for someone who's pretty Grinchy, feeling warm and fuzzy is a new thing for me, but I'm trying to embrace it. It's kind of fun.
You're doing great.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Aw.
Well, embrace that non-Grinchy feeling every now and then, right?
Thanks. I do love that meme that's going around, though, that says, the Grinch, let's be honest, the Grinch didn't actually hate Christmas. He hated people, which is fair. And I'm like, yup.
That's true. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I think that is where we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we're done now.
Episode of Two Drink.
That's a good closer.
Yeah, we're going to end it on that happy note. End it on the happy note of us being non-Grinchy. And Tony, do a holiday themed one, will you?
Oh, deck the halls with K-Rock, Spyglass, fa la 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 la, chicka cow wow bow.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Two Drink Minimum. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, just to give you guys that information about Tony's sister, Gina Bell, and her new book that just got released, Tears and Tool. You can pick yourself up a copy if you just go to ginabell.co. That's GINABELL.co. Check out that site. She's got that book and tons of other stuff there for you to go to as well. She's awesome. Support her. And you can support our podcast. Do you know how? You can subscribe to it. You can subscribe on iTunes, on Spotify, whatever your podcast medium of choice is. Remember to contact us on Facebook and give us some podcast ideas, critiques, criticisms, praise, even if you feel so inclined, whatever you want to do. But happy holidays. How did I forget to do that? But anyway, you guys know we love you. Have a great holiday season. We will talk to you all very, very soon. Cheers, everybody.